Welcome back, everybody, to the second episode of my Conquest series in MLB, the show 16. Last time you saw a little bit of action with the pack opening and a look at the roster, but you haven't actually got to see the team and you haven't got to see them in action yet. But today, we all changed that. From now on, you're going to get to see some gameplay with each update. And today, we're wasting little time. We're not just spreading our fans out trying to conquer unclaimed territory. After moving one spot, we're jumping right after one of the big spots for the Colorado Rockies. Not going after their stronghold, but instead taking a large chunk of our fans and going after the Rockies' largest chunk that they've got. And while this isn't a necessary step in Conquest mode, we're jumping right in, head first, being aggressive. And there's a look at today's lineup as we do take on Colorado on the road. Jose Altuve followed by Ellsbury leading off the top two. No power hitters if you remember last time in the lineup. We've got a lot of speed, some decent defense, some solid contact hitters, some good pitchers, but we don't know who we've got today as it is a random selection by the computer AI as to who our starter will be. And so leading off things here for us, the Harvey Hawks. Check out those uniforms. A bit of charcoal gray with a little bit of red mixed in and some white to go with it as well. Let me know what you guys think of that look if you like it. I'm not sure I'm a big fan of Altuve's socks here. The high up whites, kind of an odd contrast. I might have to change that for the players that like to wear those pants nice and high with the long socks. But Altuve starting things off, getting a nice high fastball on the outside. He flicks his wrists at it, punches it out, but that's a lazy fly ball for the easy out. Would definitely have loved to have had him on base. So one down here. And these are intense games. If you might remember, if you haven't played Conquest mode yet, this is a 3-inning game. The pitchers tire quickly, and so every at-bat, every run is very crucial. And Ellsbury coming up, he feels the intensity, and he's coming through for us. A speedy man, 94 speed on the bases. That's going to be an easy triple. He was rounding second before the center fielder even got the throw out of his hand. So with one down, we've got Ellsbury at third. Eduardo Escobar, the third baseman, coming up. A bronze-rated card for us. You might be a bit surprised to see a guy like that hitting third. But again, like I said, we don't have any big all-star players, any amazing guys coming to the plate on a regular basis. And Ellsbury getting canned at the plate. Looking back on that replay, I noticed that he didn't actually get a very good jump. He wasn't going on contact, and so unfortunately for us, we lost our opportunity to run there. And now onto the defensive side in the bottom of the first against Colorado. Joe Kelly, our number 5 guy. We couldn't have got a worse draw out of the computer selecting our pitcher there. Yu Darvish, our top thrower. A couple of other good options, but Joe Kelly, our number 5 option in the rotation. That's who we've got to go with today, playing on all-star level. We're going to have to be on our game today, and he gives up a triple after surrendering. After getting that first strikeout against the initial batter of the game. Nolan Arenado almost took him deep, but Kelly recovers, and he punches him out on the inside. So with 2 out, a 2-0 count, trying to pitch around Carlos Gonzalez. Gonzalez bites, though. Gets impatient at the plate. And instead of trying to draw the walk or trying to wait for a mistake from Kelly, he rolls into the easy ground out. And so no score after 1, with a lot riding on the line here in this Conquest mode matchup as the Harvey Hawks have attacked a key area just outside of the Colorado Rockies stronghold. Logan Morrison leading things off, a slow dribbler with a high chop over the pitcher's mound. The throw not in time, some good speed here. Morrison still on first base. Now with 2 outs in the second, the pitcher, Rylan Castro, up at the plate. The initial pitch of the delivery takes that one. Probably should have been a strike on the inside corner. Noticed that on the mound and on offense was not getting that call all day long. At least the ump was consistent. The 1-0 pitch, another changeup. This time working the other side down and away. Morrison leading off first. Maybe it's time for a hit and run. No, he's going to stay put. And some more off-speed. 3 straight changeups. What is going to come on a 1-2 count here? Staying low, staying on the corners. Here's the delivery. Sitting on changeup was Castro. He drives that one deep to left center, and it clears the wall. A 2-run bomb, and you better believe with that 2-run lead and Joe Kelly on the mound, we're going to get a relief pitcher ready to go. we've got ourselves Chris Medlin. Thinking we might go ahead and put Kelvin Herrera in the bullpen as well. We'll make a decision when the time comes, and I think, why not? With a 2-0 lead heading into the bottom of the second, when you've got a guy like Medlin, we better bring him in and see if we can't get some good results there. So leading off here, the bottom of the second, Medlin coming up, giving up the opposite field fly ball. A little bit of steam on that one, but it gets hauled in for the out. Gerardo Parra coming up now with 1 out. Took the first pitch for a ball. The next one, though, he drives it over the shortstop's head into the gap. That one's going to roll all the way to the wall and stop. Easily a double. He comes to second. The ball's still not in. That's going to be another triple. It seems like triples are very easy to come by in this game. I'm not sure if that's an issue with outfielder speed getting to the ball or if the guys on the bases are just a little bit too quick when it comes to the faster players. But either way, there is a guy on third. But now with 2 outs, Jose Reyes at the plate trying to come through for Colorado. Medlin delivers, and it's a nice, lazy fly ball to center field. Ellsbury gets under it, shifts a little bit side to side, but you know he's going to haul that one in. A solid defender. 2 hits so far for the Rockies, but no runs to show for it. Coming to the top of the third, looking for some insurance runs. We've got Ellsbury back up at the plate, leading things off with a 1-0 count. A nice rip down the right field line, just over the first baseman's glove and head. So Ellsbury getting on with that speed. You know we're going to try to move him up either with a bunt, with a hit and run, or maybe even with an 0-1 count. Send him on a straight steal. There he goes. Oh, and the pitch out. The throw was right on the money, but Ellsbury is just a little bit too fast. He had a good initial lead off the base, a good jump, even with the lefty up. And the ball was not in time. Ellsbury takes advantage of that on the next pitch. The single to center field, coming around to score easily, stretching it now to a 3-0 game as Drupal Cabrera later on with 1 out. Still a man on first with that 3-0 advantage. Harvey trying to extend that lead. Cabrera takes the first pitch in the dirt, a changeup bouncing off a home plate. A good block by the catcher there, keeping that runner over at first. The next one, another changeup down in the zone. Cabrera gets the fat part of the bat on that one, and you know at Coors Field that ball is going to travel. And a laser beam out to center for a home run, a surprising one. 5-0 now into the bottom of the third. Medlin staying in the game for the Hawks. And maybe it's time to warm up the closer. That one's getting to the wall in left. An easy double to lead off things here. Still a 5-run lead, though. Nothing to get too excited about. DJ LeMahieu coming up. Medlin starting to get tired. Remember, in these 3-inning games, everything is accelerated when it comes to fatigue, especially with your pitchers. LeMahieu grounds out, though, to Altuve, scoops it up, fires over to first for the first out of the bottom of the third. Now 2 outs away. Charlie Blackmon up at the plate. Medlin still in the game. The Hawks just trying to stretch this one out. But that is not going to get it done right there for Medlin. That one is well placed into left center. You better believe this is probably going to be another triple with where that one landed, and yes, it is. The throw somewhat close, but not quite in time. That's going to put a run on the board for the Rockies for the first time today, and that brings up Nolan Arenado with 1 out. Runner on third. You know, Arenado's looking to get one in to the outfield, but not into the hands. He didn't want a sac fly. He wanted a base hit, but even worse, you can't do anything with a pop-up in foul territory. That's 2 down now, so 1 out away are the Harvey Hawks from claiming a big victory here against Colorado. A 4-run lead, a 2-2 count, and Carlos Gonzalez sends a no-doubter deep. Wouldn't you know it? You just can't get out of Colorado without giving up a long ball to the Rockies. And so now only a 2-run contest, but still 2 outs. Pedro Baez coming in, the closer for the Hawks. Throws a nice pitch, a 99-mile-an-hour heater right at the letters. The 0-1 pitch going down and away. There we go. We're not getting that call, as we had said all day long. Runs it to 1-1. The next one, high and tight, a nice slider inside. Couldn't do anything with that one. Brings up the 1-2, trying to go off the plate, and a little bit too far. Scares the runner out of the box, or the batter out of the box. See if he's going to go after him here. No, he doesn't. Leaves that one a little bit high. Now it's time to pitch to contact. A full count, 2 out. Bottom of the third. The tension breaks with a little bit of a dribbler over in foul territory. Let's do it over again. The pitch. And there's a liner over to first. On the short hop, it is scooped up, and he runs it over to first. And there's the victory. A nice win for Harvey. The Hawks taking one from Colorado, claiming some crucial territory. And they're going to be able to spread out their fans in that area. A big home run by Cabrera, especially after what the Rockies did in the bottom of the last inning. Those runs were very big, proved to be the difference in the game as the final ended up being 5-3. 7 hits in only 3 innings for the Hawks, 5 for the Rockies. It's Asdrubal Cabrera, a nice game. And a few cards to come along with the win there. Looks like Freddie Galvis, a decent pickup there. And also Rich Hill. And a nice little equipment card as well. So some good stuff, some good rewards coming with that one. Definitely going to have to reevaluate the roster after each game, especially with new cards coming in, to see if we need to shift things around. And you got to love those sponsorship cards that we can throw those into franchise mode, especially with the Giancarlo Stanton player lock. And so coming up next, we're going to have the opportunity to go after some unclaimed territory. We're going to do that again. We're not going to completely pick on the Rockies, not just yet anyways, as you see some other clubs are attacking each other, going after some spaces and some regions that have not been addressed yet, and it's time to capture. So check back soon. Make sure you hit that like button, subscribe, leave a comment below. More exciting Conquest mode coming to you soon with some pack openings as well. We'll see you then.